Hi and good day. We are from Group 2. Today we will be presenting our Quality Management Group project titled Cafe Proton and Cafe Pusat Islam, a benchmarking study of service quality. In this study, we evaluate and compare the service quality of two popular cafes at UUM using a benchmarking approach. So before we begin, let me briefly introduce our group members. Myself, Abhinesha Varikarasu, and my metric number is 293150. So I'll start by explaining the introduction, scope of the study, and service quality dimensions. Service quality is very important in food and beverage services, especially in a university environment. At UUM Sinto, cafes are places where students regularly eat, take breaks, and socialize. Two cafes that are frequently visited by students are Cafe Proton and Cafe Pusat Islam. Although both the cafes serve the same student population and operate in the same campus, students may experience differences in areas such as cleanliness, reading time, staff behavior, and food consistency. Most of these opinions are shared informally without any structured evaluation. So therefore, this study uses benchmarking supported by ServQual model to objectively compare the service quality of both cafes based on students' perceptions. This study focuses only on Cafe Proton and Cafe Pusat Islam located at UUM. The respondents involved are UUM students basically who have visited at least one of these cafes. The study examines service quality aspects such as cleanliness, speed of service, staff behavior, food reliability, and overall customer satisfaction. To measure the service quality, this study applies the ServQual model, which consists of 5 key dimensions. First is tangibles, which refer to the physical environment such as cleanliness, seating comfort, ambience, and food presentation. Second is reliability, which focuses on order accuracy, the consistency of food quality, and meeting customer expectations. Third is responsiveness, which measures service speed, queue management, and how quickly staff assist their customers. Fourth is assurance, which relates to staff professionalism, menu knowledge, and confidence in food hygiene and also safety. Finally, fifth is empathy, which refers to staff friendliness, understanding customer needs, and providing personal attention. So these 5 dimensions provide a structured framework for benchmarking and comparing the service quality of both the cafes. And with that, I'll hand over to the next group member who will explain the methodology and data collection process. Thank you.
Good day, I am Sitraveli Sundar, metric number 296163. I am going to present about the data collection preparation. So the first will be research design. So for this study, a benchmarking based mixed method approach was used. The service quality of Cafe Proton was compared with Cafe Pusat Islam. Quantitative data were collected through a customer satisfaction survey, while qualitative data were gathered using observations, mystery customer visits, and interviews. This approach allows a more complete evaluation of service quality from both customer and operational perspective. So the first one will be customer satisfaction survey. The customer satisfaction survey was conducted to measure service quality and overall customer satisfaction. The respondents were University of Utara Malaysia students who had visited either Cafe Proton or Cafe Pusat Islam. The survey was distributed using Google form and used a 5-point Likert scale ranging from very poor to excellent. The main dimension measured were tangibles, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. So the second one will be observation checklist. An observation checklist was used to assess actual service condition in both cafes. The observed elements were included waiting time, cleanliness, ambience, and also staff behavior. So observations were carried out during both peak and off hours to capture differences in service performance. This method provide real and direct evidence of service quality. The second will be mystery customer. The mystery customer approach involved team members acting as a regular customer without revealing their identity during the visit. Service speed, order accuracy, staff friendliness, and hygiene practices were evaluated. The assessment was based on several criteria to ensure consistency and fairness. So the fourth will be interviews. Interviews were conducted to obtain management perspectives on service quality. For Cafe Proton, a face-to-face interview was carried out with the owner, while for Cafe Pusat Islam, the interview was conducted through Google Meet. The interviews focus on service challenges, current practices, and improvement strategies. Next will be data collection process. So the first one will be survey administration. A questionnaire were distributed and successfully collected using Google Form, resulting in a 100% response rate. The survey was completed by UUM students who had experience visiting the cafes. The second will be observations. Observations were conducted at both Cafe Proton and Cafe Pusat Islam. The data were collected during peak and off-peak periods to observe variation in service quality. The main aspects recorded were waiting time, cleanliness, and staff responsiveness. The third will be mystery customer visits. Multiple mystery visits were conducted at both cafes. During these visits, the overall service quality and customer experience were observed and recorded. The findings were later used for benchmarking comparison between the two cafes. The fourth will be ethical considerations. So the ethical considerations were strictly followed throughout the data collection process. So the participation in the service was voluntary, and respondents' anonymity and confidentiality were ensured. All the data collected were used solely for academic purposes.
For benchmarking result and analysis, based on the comparison table shown here, we can see that each cafe has different strengths. Cafe Proton clearly stands out in terms of speed. It is the preferred option for students who are in a hurry, as the service remains fast even during peak hours. However, Cafe Pusat Islam performs better in most other quality dimensions. It ranks higher in cleanliness, staff service, and food quality, indicating that students perceive it as a cleaner, zero reliable, and more customer friendly. When it comes to ambience, the preference depends on the student need. Cafe Proton is more suitable for social and noisy group activities, while Cafe Pusat Islam provides a calm and quiet environment that is ideal for studying. From our analysis, several important trade-offs were identified. First, there is a speed versus reliability trade-off. Cafe Proton prioritizes speed, but this often leads to inconsistencies in service quality. In contrast, Cafe Pusat Islam prioritizes hygiene and reliability, which result in longer waiting time. Second, in terms of service culture, there is a clear difference in empathy. Staff at Cafe Pusat Islam are generally polite and approachable, while Cafe Proton adopt a more transactional service style, focusing mainly on serving customers quickly rather than building interaction. Third, regarding pricing, Cafe Proton has a strong advantage. Its affordable pricing makes it the more attractive option for students with limited budget. Finally, menu limitations are a weaknesses for both cafes. Neither fully addresses a student growing demand for healthy food options or wider menu variety. To conclude this, Cafe Proton is the better choice for students who prioritize speed and affordability, while Cafe Pusat Islam is the stronger option for those who value cleanliness, trust, and a better overall service experience.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nafisa binti Abbas and my metric number is 2955 and 27. I'll be presenting SWOT analysis. The first one is strengths of Cafe Proton. The first one is Cafe Proton located strategically near residential buildings such as TNB, Shredwins, and also Cafe Proton, making it easier for students to purchase breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're also offering affordable price for students. The next one is the strengths of Cafe Pusat Islam. The first one is clean environment for the comfort of the students and also providing higher quality of food in terms of hygiene. The second one is weaknesses. For Cafe Proton, students have to wait longer for their food, especially during dinner, and also students facing inconsistent taste and the quality of the food. For Cafe Pusat Islam, the weaknesses are limited food options and limited seating compared to Proton Cafe. The third one is opportunities, which Cafe Proton have to utilize technology such as WhatsApp for order taking and queue management. For example, Proton Cafe have to create a group chat consisting all of their customers and also to take orders through the WhatsApp group and also to update the students about the queue and also provide training and supervision to ensure consistent taste and quality of the food. For Cafe Pusat Islam, they have to offer more food options so students can choose a variety of food they can choose from, and then provide more seats for students' comfort. The last one is threats. For Cafe Proton, high expectations for the quality and taste of the food from students despite the affordable price, and also the increasing cost of raw materials can cause their food price to be higher, making it unaffordable for the students. And for Cafe Pusat Islam, the increasing number of competitors in campus, and also students might use social media to spread negativity about this cafe when the food did not reach their expectations, which has been experienced by both Cafe Proton and also Cafe Pusat Islam. This one is those metrics, strengths, opportunities, which Cafe Proton can introduce digital ordering systems through WhatsApp or Google Form to enhance efficiency. Meanwhile, Cafe Pusat Islam can offer healthy variations of food to attract health-conscious students. And for weakness opportunities, Cafe Proton can create strict guidelines in food preparation to ensure consistent quality and taste of the food to reach the expectations of the students. Meanwhile, Cafe Pusat Islam can develop a systematic staff scheduling system to avoid long waiting hours, especially during peak hours. And the third one is strength threats. Cafe Proton maintains an affordable price of the food offered to stay competitive in campus. Meanwhile, Cafe Pusat Islam can prioritize the hygiene of the food and the food offered to meet the expectations of the customers. And the last one is weakness threats. Cafe Proton should train their staff in the division they have been assigned to ensure the satisfaction for their customers. For example, for the cooking line, they have to be trained to make sure that the food reach the strict guidelines. Meanwhile, the Cafe Pusat Islam should expand the seating capacity to accommodate customers for their comfort, especially during peak hours.
For this part, we will highlight the recommendations for service improvement. Our recommendations are developed based on benchmarking results, soft core gaps, and the TOES metric analysis, and divided into short-term and long-term initiatives to ensure sustainability improvement. In the short term, first, Cafe Proton should strengthen hygiene and cleanliness standards. Benchmarking results shows that students perceive Cafe Pusat Islam as cleaner and more organized, especially in food safety practices. Therefore, Cafe Proton should implement regular cleaning schedules, ensure proper food handling procedures such as wearing gloves and hairnets, and conduct routine hygiene inspection during peak hours. This initiative is highly feasible as it's focused on discipline and monitoring rather than high costs, and it is expected to increase customer confidence and assurance. Second, Cafe Proton should enhance customer service and empathy through staff training. Although service is fast, students describe it as transactional. Basic training focusing on polite greetings, attentiveness, eye contact, and complaint handling can significantly improve empathy without slowing service speed. This improvement is expected to increase customer loyalty and create a more positive service environment. Third, Cafe Pusat Islam should improve queue management and responsiveness. Despite strong hygiene and empathy scores, long waiting time during lunch hours reduce customer satisfaction. Solutions such as separating counters for ready-made food, increasing staff during peak hours, and improving service flow can help reduce waiting time and improve response. For the long term, both cafes should adopt digital ordering and queue management system. Technologies such as QR ordering or self-service kiosks can reduce congestion, improve efficiency, and enhance customer experience. Although it requires initial investment, it aligns well with the university's digitalization goals. Next, menu diversification with healthier options is recommended. Introducing balanced meal, vegetarian options, and low-sugar beverage can attract health-conscious students and improve long-term competitiveness. Lastly, improving the physical environment and seating comfort is crucial. Enhancements such as better layout, lighting, ventilation, and noise control can significantly improve ambience, especially for students who use cafe for studying and social interaction. From an ethical perspective, these studies upheld data privacy, anonymity, and voluntary participation. All evaluations were conducted at the organizational level without targeting individual staff, ensuring fairness and professionalism. In terms of teamwork, challenges such as scheduling, conflicts, and task coordination were resolved through the open communication and role distribution based on individual strengths. This project strengthened our collaboration, time management, and professional skills. In conclusion, the study shows that Cafe Pusat Islam excels in hygiene, assurance, empathy, and ambience, while Cafe Proton performs better in responsiveness and affordability. The key insight is that fast service alone is not sufficient without cleanliness, consistency, and positive customer interaction. By implementing the proposed short-term and long-term recommendation, both cafes can enhance service quality, improve student satisfaction, and contribute positively to the overall student experience at University Utara Malaysia. That's all from our group. Thank you.